Hello and welcome, sports fans, to this live streaming event from Table Rock Sports Productions in partnership with our local school districts and outstanding sponsors who make these live presentations possible. I'm Terry Ross, coming to you live from Anhorn Field in Central Point, Oregon. This is the Lithia Superstore Game of the Day, presented by Siskiyou Cellular in Southern Oregon. And this is Game 2 of the Crater Ashland doubleheader. We're pleased you are joining us for this game on TableRockSports.net, and we welcome both our home and visiting fans to the broadcast. It's our sponsors that keep these events free for fans to enjoy, so let them know that you appreciate their support. And you can help Table Rock Sports by subscribing to our YouTube channel. And for all of you that have done that, 3,300 of you, we say thank you. The Pink Rewards app pregame show, that's where you can save on gas and goodies if you use the Pink Rewards app. You can also order crispy, crunchy chicken and sides. Hold on here. I got to do one other thing because Coach is being a hero, and I don't want to interrupt that. There we go. We're a little all running around here like we, well, got the wrong thing going. Anyway, you can order crispy, crunchy chicken and the sides. And if you order it through the app, it'll be right there ready for you to go. And you can take it home and have dinner ready to serve. It should be a wonderful thing. So here we are. We are at Game 2 here. What that means now is, since Crater won the first one 1-0, both of them are at 11-6. So we're playing for second place right here, and we'll see how that plays out. Let me go back to another page. Lots of pages today. Lots of pages. And we'll just do some quick, not much talking, if you don't mind. All right. Let's get down to the business of baseball. Get that out of your way so you can see, and there's ball one. Out on the mound is Alex Johnson. There's strike one. And leading things off for Ashland is their third baseman, Roundtree. 2-1. That misses. 3-1. So Johnson, right now, he's a little bit of trouble. There's a two-hopper right out to second base. That would have been out to Austin, who got it over to Bruce. And with one away, Jackson Rosenthal, the first baseman for Ashland, will step in there. That's down the left field line, foul. There are lights here at this field, so there's no fear of how long they play. As evidenced by the last game, we may need all 7 innings again. There's ball one. 1-1. again. Oh, that's going to hit the base. And getting on with the hit is Rosenthal. That hit the base. Went right over the head of Kendrick Austin. Bloodworth at the plate. One on, one away, one hit. Ooh, that hit him. That brings up the catcher. Albano. Anthony Albano. He takes ball one. Long look by Johnson. Finally delivers. Ball two. And we'll have a trip out to the mound. They pretty sure this won't be that long of a trip out to the mound. So I'll do a little bookwork here while I'm talking to you at about the same time. Last game we saw two marvelous pitching performances as Keith and Tevet put on quite the show. So we're back at it here now. Keith only allowed 4 hits. There's strike one. Tevet was even better, though. He only allowed 2 hits and still ended up getting the loss. Tough one. Was lost on an error. Ball got thrown clear out into right center field and allowed the run to score. There's 3-1. And Johnson in danger of loading up the bases. Got Roundtree, but trouble ever since. There's a throw to second. And getting back is Rosenthal. The 3-1 pitch coming up. Ball 4. Bases loaded. Mateo Moore, a center fielder in this game. That's a ball 1. As a breeze begins to blow in here just a little bit. Strike. More just looking at that one. Here comes everybody. Johnson stepped off. Everybody's going to have to go back. Almost looked like Ashland was trying to pull off a triple steal. That one's fouled away. 1 and 2. They're definitely playing hit and run on that one. Only thing is that Moore fouled it off to the left side. Swing and a miss. That's huge right there. Now that gives you 2 outs. Oakley, who's playing second base in this second game. And we got a pinch runner coming in for Albano. So not sure of the number there. We'll get it figured out. Looks like number 12, but we'll see. There's strike 1. Operating as a courtesy runner for Ashland. Fouled away. 0 and 2. Check swing. Yes. 1 and 2. Oakley barely held up on that one. Didn't. Yep, held up a second time. 2 and 2. Oakley. two check swings. Raider wanted to call on both of them, didn't get either one. There's strike 3. And so just like that, that will end the first inning as Ashland leaves the bases loaded. We head to the bottom of the first as we do. There is no score on the John L. Scott scoreboard. John L. Scott, they have offices in Medford, Ashland, and Eugene.
Mason Mahaffey. I'm the Solar Pros Manager of Oregon, and I'm also a teacher and a coach here in the Rogue Valley. Have you looked into solar panels and it didn't make financial sense? I brought Solar Pros here to Oregon to make it more affordable for working class families to put solar on their home. Solar Pros is purposely beating our competitors' prices by thousands of dollars because we are that serious about saving you money. Solar Pros PNW provides the most comfortable, educational, and personal solar experience in Oregon. Visit our Facebook page at Solar Pros PNW to see all of our projects and all the families that we are helping save money.
It's Chrysler Jeep Dodge Ram season at Lithia Chrysler Jeep Dodge of Medford. We're stocked up on a great selection of new vehicles from Chrysler, Jeep, Dodge, and of course, Ram trucks. Choose from our great inventory of new Jeep Gladiator and Grand Cherokee 4x4 models in stock now. Or test drive a new 24 Ram 1500 4x4. Shop online today with our online process to calculate your own payment, whether it's a lease, finance, or cash payment. Only at the Lithia Chrysler Jeep Dodge of Medford Superstore.
It's the Lithia Superstore game of the day, powered by Siskiyou Cellular in Southern Oregon. Right here on TableRockSports.net. And once again, they're getting zeros on the board. It's been kind of a rough day offensively for Ashland here. So far, 8 scoreless innings. Austin will lead things off for Crater. And he'll take ball 1. Out on the mound is Chandler, starting game number 2. Another left-hander. Tevette was a lefty. In game 1, Chandler fires, and it's ball 2. There's strike 1. The 2-1. It's going to get it through. It's going to get out the left field. And Austin has the leadoff single.
Now stepping to the plate, catcher number 5, Jimmy Morgan.
That brings up Jimmy Morgan, who's catching here in game 2. See if what Crater can get going here. Runs have really been hard to come by out here at Anhorn Field this afternoon. There's a throw over, but Austin back, standing up. And Morgan showed the bunt, pulled it back for ball 1. Crater playing for the early run, and why shouldn't they? Strike 1. Another throw over, but Austin read that one easily. There's the bunt. Morgan pulls it back. It's going to get by the catcher, Albano. And down to second goes Morgan. Albano wants to say something to Chandler. Also coming in for the short conversation is Bloodworth. I think Albano and Chandler ended up on the proverbial different page on that last pitch. Here's Morgan around the bunt again, pulls it back. Strike two. 2-2. Chandler down low. 3-2. Morgan obviously not bunting here. Not with 2 strikes on him. Timeout. Morgan says we're taking too long. And the Ashland pitchers today are in no hurry. Got all night long. Fouled away. That pitch was probably down in the, might have even been ball 4, but definitely in the lower part of the strike zone. Morgan probably, feels like he couldn't take much of a chance to just let that one go, though. Depending on the umpire to call that a ball, might have been a strike, so fouled it away. Howen is down low. Ball 4.
Now batting, first baseman, number 37, Cameron Bruce.
Bruce at the plate. Cameron Bruce, he plays first base. Nobody out. 2 on already here. A leadoff single. A walk. A steal. And Bruce tries to bunt it. Foul. See if they go back to the bunt or forget that. Nope, he's squaring around the bunt again. And down to third on the pitch. It was a ball. Goes Austin. Take it back. It was a strike. 0-2. Standing over at first base, Morgan. But Albano couldn't get the throw down to third quick enough. 0-2. And Bruce just sends one right down out to left field, right between the shortstop. Coming in easily to score is going to be Austin. Morgan moves along to second base, and Bruce is standing down at first base. That's the first hit. See if Kendrick can keep this going. Still nobody out. He puts down a bunt. It's going to be a good one. Chandler fires over to first. Not in time. It's thrown all down the right field line. Here comes Morgan in to score. Here comes Bruce. And over at third base on a 2-base error is going to be Kendrick. So that's just gonna be an error all the way on Chandler. And all of a sudden it's a 3-0 ball game. Everybody's standing around. Ashland, made a bit of a protest, but there isn't much to protest. Furman at the plate. He squares around the bunt, misses it. Strike one. Looks at ball one. Well, Kendrick standing down at third base, looking to come in. There's still nobody out. That's a foul back. 1-2. By the way, they announced that between games that on the softball diamond, Crater has defeated Ashland in game 1, 6-0. Some good pitching right now by Crater on both sides. That's way outside. 2-2. And it's going to get through. And that will score Kendrick. I didn't get my bases right there, but let me fix it for you.
Now at the plate, number 4, Tanner Keith.
That brings up Tanner Keith. And Keith will take ball one. Still don't have an out. Pulls it back. Nope, there is a strike one. Did not get the bat back in time. Strike two. Yeah. 1-2. Umpire correcting the scoreboard. That's fouled away. And is out. Not out. Not out. That is an out. Thank you. That's a strikeout. Everybody acting like not a whole lot happened, but a whole lot happened.
Number 2, Kason Orr.
Kason Orr, the right fielder, will be up there. We got one away now. One on. Crater already up 4-0. On 4 hits and definitely 1 error by Ashland. Allowed 2 runs in. And there's a throw over, but Furman back. Chandler looking in. Down low. 1-0. Now they're going to say that Furman's over at second base on a block. That'll be debated. Coach is out there showing the umpire what his pitcher did, but umpire's not changing his mind. With a block. That's the way it goes. I think in this case, I think Chandler just kind of got himself kind of tied up as he was going one way and then went the other. There's ball 2, or ball 1, no 2. Now Orr steps out and then back in. Ball 3 and a throw down to second. No. Close though. That was close. Furman almost took too much time getting back. 2-0. Well, it says 2-0 on the scoreboard. I have 3-0. We'll see who's right here, I guess, in a minute. Scoreboard was right. It's now 3-0. Or takes ball 4. Sapera, the DH in this game, and I think that Ashland has maybe seen enough of this already. We're only in the first inning. Table Rock Sports says hello to our over 3,000 YouTube subscribers. You can join the team at YouTube/Table Rock Sports. Then you get updates when the games go live. So Sapporo, with only 1 out and 2 on, 4 in, looking to do a little more damage. And they forgot all about the runner at second. And stealing third is Furman. And on the play, going to second is Orr. I forgot all about watching Furman that time. Chandler fires. Strike 1. I take it back. They got Furman at third base. He was standing down there like he was safe, but he wasn't. I'll have to fix my scorebook here. Here's ball 1. 1-1. Paid enough attention to Furman that they got him on the throw by Albano. And that's out of play. 2-1. 1-2. Excuse me. 1-2. That's strike 3. And that will end the inning. We go to the top of 2 as we do on the John L. Scott scoreboard. It's now Crater 4, Ashland nothing. John L. Scott, they have offices in Medford, Ashland, and Eugene.
Thanks for the ride. I'll see you after the game.
Hey,
Dear Katie, I've been your #1 fan since I watched your first game all those years ago, and I still love watching you play. But I wanted to see you win so badly that my competitive nature got the best of me. I lost track of what's important. I thought I was supporting you, but I was really just embarrassing you. I'm not your coach and I'm not an official. I forgot my role. I'm your parent and you deserve better. From here on, I promise to keep my emotions under control. I'll cheer for you and all the other players, no matter the score, no matter the outcome. Thank you for sharing with me how I can do a better job of supporting you, your team, your coaches, and the sports you love. Still your #1 fan. Love, Dad.
Welcome back to the Lithia Superstore game of the day here on TableRockSports.net as we get ready to begin the top of the second. Chandler to lead it off.
Batting number 4, Malachi Chandler.
Chandler needs to get something going here now against Johnson. Was a little shaky in that first inning, but somehow got out of it. There's a long blast out to center field, and he's got it. A diving catch by Keith. My goodness. And held on to it as he went to the ground. Wow. Noah Schrader. There's a couple of Schraders that are going to bat in the order here. The brothers, Nate, I think they're brothers. Could be cousins. Nate Schrader and Noah Schrader. Noah at the plate right now. Looks at ball 1. Ball 2. That's strike 1. Johnson right now pretty much in control. But we only played the 1 inning, so we can't give him too much yet. That one's fouled back. We'll go to 2-2. That one's lifted out to left field. And underneath that one fairly easily is Furham. So Furham handles that. Here's Nate Schrader. But with 2 away. And ball 1. There's a roller right out to Austin, over to Bruce, and that will end the inning. We go to the bottom of the second. Ashland having trouble scoring here today. So far, 9 scoreless innings for them in today's games. And on the John L. Scott scoreboard, Crater leads it 4-0. John L. Scott with offices in Medford, Ashland, and Eugene.
Thanks for the ride. I'll see you after the game.
Hey,
Dear Katie, I've been your #1 fan since I watched your first game all those years ago, and I still love watching you play. But I wanted to see you win so badly that my competitive nature got the best of me. I lost track of what's important. I thought I was supporting you, but I was really just embarrassing you. I'm not your coach, and I'm not an official. I forgot my role. I'm your parent, and you deserve better. From here on, I promise to keep my emotions under control. I'll cheer for you and all the other players, no matter the score, no matter the outcome. Thank you for sharing with me how I can do a better job of supporting you, your team, your coaches, and the sports you love. Still your #1 fan. Love, Dad.
Welcome back to the Lithia Superstore game of the day. As we now head to the bottom of the second.
Now batting number 6, Mason Snowball.
Trying to remember what happened here, but I'm not sure that I'm remembering well. Here's Snowball. By the way, the Schrader brothers are brothers. They're twins. Strike one. Somebody came over and gave me that information. I thought maybe that might be the case because they're both seniors. But then I thought, that's weird. Nah, what are the odds? The odds are pretty good. A lot better than I gave them. 1-1. Swing. Had a miss at a breaking ball that time from Chandler. Snopel nowhere in the ballpark of hitting that one. There's strike 3. One away.
Batting number 8, Morgan Austin.
I guess it's back to Austin now. The top of the lineup and one away. He led off the game with a single, came around and scored. We go 1-0. Scoreboard says 2-2, but we just got started. Unless I missed a lot of pitches. There's a foul back. 1-1. There we go. Now the scoreboard's with us. Strike 2. See if Chandler can right the ship after a bit of a rocky start. There's ball 2. Reaching out, fouling it down the right field line. Will stay at 2-2. First game, we talked a little bit about the fact that playoffs are getting ready to go. North Medford will be in the playoff. They already know their opponents. There's a grounder right back to Chandler. And he'll take that and easily throw out Austin.
Now batting catcher number 5, Jimmy Morgan.
And brings up Morgan, who walked in the first inning. But playoffs are beginning for all of the Valley teams as, again, Ashland coach is out there basically just to make sure that his player is okay. Coach Roundtree. Yeah, they're just making sure that Chandler's okay. He's all right. Going to take one more pitch, though, just to make sure. Everybody says it looks fine, looks fine. Let's play on. But as the playoffs get going, 6A, they already know their opponents for the most part. I say North Medford knows their opponents, both in baseball and softball. Grants Pass will be involved in the softball playoffs. They know their opponent. 5A will find out who their opponents are over the weekend. They don't start until Tuesday. There's strike one. So it might be Sunday before they know, but at this point, Crater and Ashland, who are both here, will qualify. Fouled back, 0-2. And of course, Thurston, who's going to win the conference quite easily, would imagine that they defeated Springfield for their 18th conference win. Another one fouled away. We'll stay at 0-2. And trust me, I didn't look to make sure that that really happened, but it wouldn't make any difference if they did lose it. They're still the conference champion by quite a bit. There's a shot. That gets right past the third baseman. And standing down at first base is going to be Morgan.
Now stepping to the plate, number 37, first baseman Cameron Bruce.
Roundtree had that one just go right over his glove. I think that's only the fourth hit now for Crater. I say that because even though the scoreboard only puts everything up as a hit, there was an error on Ashland. There's ball one. So at least one error on Ashland. As Chandler picked up the ball and threw it way over everybody's head down the right field line. There's strike one. Bruce trying to keep the inning going even though there are two out. A Snopel strikeout and an Austin ground out. Strike two. They say it went. Swung at a ball that was down in the dirt. And there's strike three. And that will end the inning. We head now to the top of three as we do. On the John L. Scott scoreboard, it's still Crater 4, Ashland nothing. John L. Scott with offices in Medford, Ashland, Eugene.
Diverse venues, we got them. Year-round sports access? You bet. Race cars, soccer, paragliding? Check, check, check. Medford has it covered as your sport ground, where the West Coast plays.
Okay, you know how people complain about how Dutch Bros workers are like too nice, too hyper, compliment you too much, whatever? Maybe you're not nice enough. Maybe you need to get a little Dutch Bros in you.
Discover the West Coast destination for those seeking more. More sunny days, more athletic facilities, more outdoor adventures, more to do during downtime. Medford is your sport ground, where the West Coast plays.
It's the Lithia Superstore Game of the Day, presented by Siskiyou Cellular in Southern Oregon on TableRockSports.net. Roundtree, Rosenthal, Bloodworth, the first three up for Ashland.
Now batting for the Grizzlies, number 1, Freeman Roundtree.
We don't want to jinx Ashland or Crater, but 9 scoreless innings today for the Grizzlies, as Crater pitching has certainly been stellar in this doubleheader so far. There's strike one from Johnson. Not a lot of strikeouts for Johnson, but there's swing and a miss. A couple. But he's managing to keep Ashland from doing anything. There's strike three. And one away.
Now batting, number 2, Jackson Rosenthal.
Rosenthal will be up there. He has the only hit for Ashland at this point. He looks at ball one. Like the first game, this one's going relatively quickly. There's ball one, or ball two. They're not spending a lot of time at the plate, just up and down. There's another one. There's a grounder to Austin. Throws it to Bruce, and there's two away. Bloodworth was hit by a pitch.
Now at the plate, number 11, Keller Bloodworth.
Got as far as second base before the inning came to a halt. And Johnson's first one to him is a strike. And there is the second hit of the ball game. As Bloodworth launches one into right field. Albano, the catcher, who walked his first time up, looks at ball one. Two away, one on. Outside. 2-0. So they say Johnson isn't exactly pitching a sharp game. Quite a few pitches. But he's getting the outs. And there's another shot into right field. Albano will hold up, or Bloodworth will hold up at second base on the Albano single. Moore up there. He struck out his first time. Not what he wants to do this time. That would make it the third out of the inning. So you got 2 on. And it looks like we're going to have a courtesy runner for Albano. Yep. Wish they would turn their number towards us so we can see who it is. I think it's number 12, but I'm not sure about that. So I'm only guessing. Moore looking to keep things going here. The lefty will swing at the first pitch. Bruce gets there. Safe! And a run scores. And they got him at third for the third out. All right, so I have to tell you what happened here. Bloodworth came in to score. Albano was thrown out at third. And Moore will be credited with a hit, which becomes the third one for Ashland. And after all of that, we put 1 run on the board. So at the end of 2.5 as we go to the bottom of 3, it's now a 4-1 ball game on the John L. Scott scoreboard. John L. Scott with offices in Medford, Ashland, Eugene.
Choose a company that best represents you and our local community.
Choose a company that focuses on relationships rather than transactions.
Choose a company that empowers their employees and provides growth opportunities from within.
Choose a company that shows compassion and rises to the occasion in times of need.
Call a John L. Scott broker today.
Pick it up. Let's go. Come on. Defense. Defense. What am I teaching you at home? Has this kid played before? Shoot it. Oh. Ah. Come on, ref. Open your eyes. Can't you see out there? So, which one's your kid?
The referee.
You can be a parent, athlete, coach, or an official, but you can only be one. Know your role.
Welcome back to the Lithia Superstore. Game of the day, powered by Siskiyou Cellular in Southern Oregon. A couple of students have scholarships from the Ford Foundation. A couple from South and a couple from North Medford. I realize this is a Crater broadcast, but that's a big deal, people. I had a son that applied for that. There's ball 1. Didn't quite get it. Was one of the finalists. We had to take him up to Eugene for an interview. Standing at the play, by the way, is Kendrick. So Kendrick has ball 1 on him. But yeah, I had to go up there. He's a senior, mind you, and this ball's going to go foul. But he had to wear a suit. None of this showing up in your jeans and sandals. So anyway, congratulations to those that got the scholarship. By the way, if you don't know what that is a 4-year scholarship that the Ford Foundation pays for your college. Ball 3. Or no, make that ball 2. He's actually got a strike on him. So yeah, I encouraged my son when he was told he was eligible for it. It's like, yeah, man, you're doing that. You absolutely are. There's another one out of play. We're at 2-2. No, caught it. Good grief. A little ahead of things there, I did. Furman will step up there. And by the way, catching that for Ashland was Rosenthal, the first baseman. But he got over there and got it done. I'd already put it down as a strike. One of these days I'll learn to wait until the play's over. There's a button pulled back, strike one anyway. Furman. Foul the next one off. We're at 0-2. Hey, punches one right out to second base, over to first. 2 away. Taking that on one hop was Oakley, and then getting it over to Rosenthal. So Furman retired 4-3. That'll bring up Keith. He looks at ball one. He struck out his first time up. One of 3 strikeouts by Chandler. There's a swing and a miss. 1-1. That one hops up to the plate. 2-1. So it'll be interesting here at the end of the day. Probably more like Saturday before a lot of things get settled. But at the end of the day, to see where these two teams end up. Right now, if I were to guess, strike 2. Neither one has moved in the rankings. Although they now split the series 1 apiece. That one bounces up there. 3-2. But if Crater goes on to win this one, it's highly possible that instead of being number 9, swing and a miss. And there's another strikeout. We head to the top of 4, and we'll continue the conversation when we come back. John L. Scott scoreboard shows it to be a 4-1 lead for Ashland. They have offices in Medford, Ashland, and Eugene.
Game day or a family get-together. Sherm's has the quality products and prices that will make you cheer. Sherm's Thunderbird Market, Medford's original discount grocery store.
Your game day adventures start at Pinnacle 365. Kick off your day with some morning motivation. Then add some crunch to your game day with mouth-watering crispy crunchy chicken featuring the Chicken Crunch Box, Tender's Crunch Box, and introducing a contender for best chicken sandwich in the West, the Big Cluck. But wait, here's the real MVP move. Download and use the Peak Rewards app and save big on fuel every day with in-store purchases. Fuel your day, fuel your fun. Pinnacle 365.
Whether it's game day or a family get-together, Sherm's has the quality products and prices that will make you cheer. Sherm's Thunderbird Market, Medford's original discount.
It's the Lithia Superstore game of the day on Table Rock Sports. Presented by Siskiyou Cellular in Southern Oregon. They have 9 locations with which to serve you. Oakley. Cameron Oakley will be there. Struck out the first time. Trailing 4-1. Ashland needs runners and runs. There's the first one is foul. But just saying that probably neither team has moved in the rankings so far. But if Crater were to go on and win this game, there's ball one. It's quite likely that instead of being number 9, they'd be like number 8. Being 11. They could move up to number 9, maybe even number 8. That one's inside. They'd really love it if they could move to number 8. That would give them 2 home games. We're obviously assuming that you win the first one, which is no small task. That one's down low, considering that even at the number 8 slot, you're going to play the number 9 team. Even though it is at home, that's usually a pretty tight matchup. They talking to the coaches from Crater before the game. There's a swing and a miss. The danger is they say that in 5A, as they take 16 of the 33 teams, that if you're not in the top 3, now it's popped out of play. If you get not in the top 3, there's the possibility that you don't make it at all. So that's a scary thought. You can drop totally out depending on what happened. Now, there's strike 3 called. And so Oakley is a strikeout for the second time. Five by my unofficial count here for Johnson in the strikeout category. It's Chandler at the plate. He flew out to center field the first time. There's ball one. But I kind of have a hard time seeing them going from 11 to 17 just because they lose 2 today. There'd have to be a lot of weird happenings take place around the state for them to totally miss the playoffs. Can certainly see if they would have lost both of them, which of course it's not happening, but you could certainly see if they would have lost both of them that they might have fallen down to number 13 or 14, which if only 16 are going is precariously close. There's ball 2. But they solved all that by winning the first one. So, I don't understand the algorithms, believe me. And I'm not looking around to know what everybody else in the state is doing. There's one that's lifted up out to right field, getting underneath it and grabbing it for the second out. Out there in right field, patrolling right field is Orr. He was under that one pretty easily. That brings up Noah Schrader. Noah Schrader, he flew out the left field his first time. He'll swing and miss. But if they win this one, you never know. You never know how it's going to shake out all the way around. There's ball 1. Might actually be able to move up 3 slots and get a first round home game. Strike 2. If you're a Crater fan, I wouldn't say that that's likely. Usually at this point you can move maybe a spot or 2. Rarely 3. There's strike 3. So Johnson getting the strikeout. We head to the bottom of the 4th. As we do, it's still 4-1 on the John L. Scott scoreboard with offices in Ashland, Medford, and Eugene.
I ride the bus a lot. RVTD's UMO app with fare capping means I will never pay more than the daily or monthly cap. RVTD gets me to school, work, volunteering, shopping, and even coffee for a fixed amount each month. UMO gives me one less thing to worry about. Thanks, RVTD.
Bill's Glass covers the full spectrum of your glass needs and dreams. Having new windows installed by Bill's Glass dramatically update and improves the look of your home and helps reduce energy bills year-round. Let Bill's Glass show you what you've been missing. Bill's Glass, the largest glass company in Southern Oregon for your home and auto, as well as the trusted industry leader for over 50 years. Locally owned, family run, Bill's Glass in Ashland, Medford, and Grants Pass.
"4-1 as we head now to the bottom of the fourth inning on the Alithia Superstore. Game of the day presented by Siskiyou Cellular in Southern Oregon on TableRockSports.net. Kason Orr leads things off. Walked back in that first inning, did not come around to score. Got as far as second base. And he'll take ball one. Inside. Ball two. 2-0. The 2-0 from Chandler, 3-0. Chandler ready for the next one. Ball four. So Orr leads things off with a walk. Scaparo, the DH, stepping in there. Ashland looking for the double play. Crater looking for the base hit. There's a throw over to first. Orr is back. Ball one. Saparo looking to get on base. Basically, he's just looking to advance Orr. There's a throw over, and Orr is back again. He's sneaking out there quite a ways, though. Further than Chandler likes, that's for sure. The bunt, pull it back, and it becomes ball two. Let's see what Crater's up to here. Ball three, and a throw back to first. Orr's back again. 3-0. Albano trying to catch Orr off guard over there, throwing it from his knees. Ball four. Nope, I'm one ahead. It's 3-1. Called a strike somewhere in there. Doubt that Saparo's going to try to bunt this time. Nope, he looks at ball 4. It really is ball 4 this time, people. That moves Orr up. Snopel. Mason Snopel up there. He struck out. His first time up. Trying to see. 1, 2. I think that's going to be it for Chandler. 3, 4 walks. Yep. That's it for Chandler. So we'll take a timeout here while they make a pitching change out there on the mound. As you're listening to TableRockSports.net.
Game day or a family get-together. Sherm's has the quality products and prices that will make you cheer. Sherm's Thunderbird Market, Medford's original discount grocery store.
You want diverse venues? We got them. Year-round sports access? You bet. Race cars, soccer, paragliding? Check, check, check. Medford has it covered as your sport ground, where the West Coast plays.
The A Sports Radio is on the air, Southern Oregon's new source for sports. AM 1300, FM 107.9. It says here to listen for live high school baseball and softball playoff broadcast ahead on the Ace. I'll just tell you, you should listen in and find out. I'm far enough down the ladder, but they don't tell me these things. So, I have to say to you, what do I know? They're not telling me. But I will tell you the baseball playoffs begin on Monday and Tuesday. Head of the teams on Monday win Wednesday. And if everybody wins on Friday, we'll have a lot of it. All on the NFHS network, though. So we'll see how all that comes together. Don't ask me how this works. Here's Snopel. Out on the mound on that pitching change. I suppose we should pick that up for you. Cameron Oakley is now pitching. And I believe that Chandler went to second base. And the first pitch by Oakley is strike 1. Nobody out. Already a 4-1 lead for Crater. Snopel bunts. He puts it down. Oakley handles it. Oakley gets it over to first and gets 1. And he almost got nothing as he kind of played around with that one. That'll become a sacrifice for Snopel. So that gives us back to the top of the order in Austin. And 1 away. Second and third. Now things get a little more dangerous. Oakley. That one slammed into center field. 1 run will score. They're waving in the second one. There will be no throw. As coming in to score is Orr and Snopel. I think I got that wrong. How about Sapparo coming in with Orr? Snopel is the first out of the inning, but he did his job. Gonna catch up with all the bookwork here. As Austin got that base hit. And now he stands over at first base. clear this out and do that and tell you that it's ball one to Morgan. And it's 6-1 now on the John L. Scott scoreboard. Ball two. And he'll slap this one out to second. They'll go there, and they're going to throw it over to Rosenthal, and they will get the double play. We head to the top of 5 as we do. It's still now, well, change the score. It's now 6-1 on the John L. Scott scoreboard. Crater out in front. John L. Scott with offices in Medford, Ashland, Eugene.
Get it, talk on that greatness
Get a little Dutch Bros in here.
Another day, another Dutch Bros.
Oh my God, so good. So worth it. Oh my God.
It's pretty freaking dope, dude. I love every single day of it.
Okay, guys, we're all here because US Cellular has an incredible deal. Right now, you can get unlimited data for just $30 a line.
Sorry, just double checking. Is it really that good of a deal?
Yeah. On top of that, you also get 4 free phones.
4 free phones.
Visit US Cellular at Siskiyou, Southern Oregon's exclusive authorized agent for US Cellular, now serving Roseburg and Klamath Falls. See souscellular.com for details.
We're back here for the 5th inning now. 6-1 lead on the John L. Scott scoreboard in the Lithia Superstore. Game of the day presented by Siskiyou Cellular in Southern Oregon on TableRockSports.net. As right now, Johnson has a nice lead to work with. We'll see if Alex Johnson can get this game done and over with. Tonight's action is brought to you by the Rogue Valley Transportation District. If you need help learning the routes and options available to you, RVTD can help. Visit rvdt.org to learn more. I have to learn my alphabet for that one. Top of 5. Nate Schrader looks at strike one. That's inside. 1-1. Strike 2. Big 5-run lead this late in the game certainly simplifies Johnson's job. Strike 3. And there's one away. Roundtree grounded out to second. Struck out. Johnson's first pitch to him is ball 1. Strike. Down low. 2-1. Three and 1. Strike 2. That's slapped out to left field. Roundtree will have his first hit of the game. He's headed to second. He'll slide in safe. Rosenthal now looking to move Roundtree around. He grounded out to second, back in the third inning. We've got Roundtree in the wrong inning. That one's lifted out there to center field. Roundtree taking off for third. He's there. So they got Roundtree over to third base, but they do so with 2 down for Bloodworth. Strike 1. Strike 2 called this time. 0-2 on Bloodworth. Bloodworth is hit by a pitch and had a single. 1 for 1. That's out to right field. That's going to get down, and that will get the run in. So Roundtree scores. Bloodworth gets the hit. Albano. Stepping in. Albano sends one out to third, and that'll be the end of the inning right there. We go to the bottom of 5 as we do on the John L. Scott scoreboard. It's Crater 6, Ashland 2. John L. Scott with offices in Medford, Ashland, and Eugene.
Mason Mahaffey. I'm the Solar Pros Manager of Oregon, and I'm also a teacher and a coach here in the Rogue Valley. Have you looked into solar panels and it didn't make financial sense? I brought Solar Pros here to Oregon to make it more affordable for working class families to put solar on their home. Solar Pros is purposely beating our competitors' prices by thousands of dollars because we are that serious about saving you money. Solar Pros PNW provides the most comfortable, educational, and personal solar experience in Oregon. Visit our Facebook page at Solar Pros PNW to see all of our projects and all the families that we are helping save money.
It's Chrysler Jeep Dodge Ram season at Lithia Chrysler Jeep Dodge of Medford. We're stocked up on a great selection of new vehicles from Chrysler, Jeep, Dodge, and of course, Ram trucks. Choose from our great inventory of new Jeep Gladiator and Grand Cherokee 4x4 models in stock now. Or test drive a new 24 Ram 1500 4x4. Shop online today with our online process to calculate your own payment, whether it's a lease, finance, or cash payment. Only at the Lithia Chrysler Jeep Dodge of Medford Superstore.
It's the Lithia Superstore game of the day, powered by Siskiyou Cellular in Southern Oregon. On TableRockSports.net, 6-1 lead. Here in the bottom of 5, or 6-2 lead now for Crater in the bottom of the 5th. Bruce will lead things off. Bruce had a single back in the first, scored in that 4-run inning for Crater. struck out. Later in the second, pops this one up. And woo! Woo! That one was right there in front of our computer. Whoa, Nelly. All right, if Joe Brett was listening, we scared him. That one's inside. That one came right at us. I didn't bring my glove, though, so forget trying to catch that dude. 1-1. That one misses. 2-1. Out to second base it goes. Gobbled up and thrown over there. So handling that one for Ashland was Oakley. Well, it's not Oakley now, it's Chandler at second base. Getting that over to Rosenthal, so there's one away. Kendrick will get ball one. And ball two. There's a grounder out to short. Gobble up and throwing clear over the head of Rosenthal. Taking off for second is Kendrick. That's a two-base error. There's no doubt about that one. That'd be the second error on Ashland in this game.
Now batting for the Cubs, number 1, Carter Furman.
Furman had a single, was caught stealing. Trying to get into third base. Grounded out to second. So Bloodworth throwing that one straight over the head of Rosenthal. There's ball one to Furman. There's a grounder out to Bloodworth. This time he throws it accurately. But that'll move Kendrick down to third base. Keith should be, who struck out twice. Yes, Keith. He looks at ball one. Oakley. Oh, misses with that one. 2-0. Reno. Ashland fans not too impressed. Strike one. 3-1. Kendrick down at third base. Foul. 3-2. There's one. Gobbled up, though, and that'll be an out. Throwing it over there out of bounds that time was Roundtree. You weren't too sure about that one. We go to the bottom or the top of 6. As we do, it's still a 6-1 lead on the John L. Scott scoreboard for Crater. John L. Scott, they have offices in Medford, Ashland, and Eugene.
Thanks for the ride. I'll see you after the game.
Hey, Dear Katie, I've been your #1 fan since I watched your first game all those years ago, and I still love watching you play. But I wanted to see you win so badly that my competitive nature got the best of me. I lost track of what's important. I thought I was supporting you, but I was really just embarrassing you. I'm not your coach, and I'm not an official. I forgot my role. I'm your parent, and you deserve better. From here on, I promise to keep my emotions under control. I'll cheer for you and all the other players, no matter the score, no matter the outcome. Thank you for sharing with me how I can do a better job of supporting you, your team, your coaches, and the sports you love. Still your #1 fan. Love, Dad.
It's the Lithia Superstore game of the day. Right here on TableRockSports.net. Powered by Siskiyou Cellular in Southern Oregon. They have 9 locations with which to serve you. Moore, the center fielder, will lead it off. Struck out, has a hit. Fouls the first one. Moore needs a hit. That's ball 1. Ball 2. Ball 3. Fouled away. Ball 4. Cameron Oakley, the pitcher, started out at second base, but he's now in relief of Chandler. But takes strike 1. Foul ball. That one popped up. Out there in the old parking lot. sliced into right field. That's going to be cut off, but not before you get Moore over to third base. That brings up Chandler. Is now the second baseman for Ashland. First and third in a 6-2 ball game. Swing and a miss, maybe a foul tip by Chandler. Swing and a miss. Chandler in the hole, 0-2. There's nobody out. So there's no comfort here. And one out. Fouled away. Two players in the on-deck circle. Johnson delivers. That one's sent up into the air. Kendrick getting under it. He does. Everybody's going to have to hold. One away. Noah Schrader. Had a fly ball out to left field. Struck out. Looking to desperately do something here. Ball one. That one's going to get through. That'll score one run. And that'll advance everybody. Coming in to score on that is Moore. Making it a 6-3 ball game. Now you have a pinch hitter, Logan Trevette. Batting for Nate Schrader. And 1-0 count to Trevette. He'll pop one up. Austin underneath it. That'll be the second out. And the run will score. No, will not score. I didn't move my bases. So Trevette pops out. Roundtree. Grounded out. Struck out. Ball one. Morgan blocks that nicely. Two away now, though. But the bat's coming alive for Ashland. Struggled here in the first game and part of this one, but not this inning. Or the previous ones. They put up a single run in the other innings here. Down, and now it goes down to third, and getting in there is Oakley. And while that's happening, Schrader takes off for second. Now with a 2-0 count, two away. Now you're looking at second and third. That'll change the strategy a little bit. Johnson comes set. Out of play. Down the right field line. Two and one. No. 3-1. Inside. Walked him. Bases loaded. First baseman Rosenthal coming to the plate, but not before we have, I would imagine, a pitching change. Yep, that was pretty quick. So we'll take a brief timeout here ourselves on TableRockSports.net.
Adventures start at Pinnacle 365. Accelerate your day with morning motivation. Freshly ground, swiftly brewed from fresh bean to cup in no time at all. And now, we're here for your daily dinner adventures. Introducing Crispy Crunchy Chicken online ordering. Mouth-watering Crispy Crunchy Chicken for dinner, made deliciously easy. Just open the app or visit the website. Select a pickup time. Choose from your favorites. And your Crispy Crunchy Chicken will be prepared hot and fresh. Make dinner a breeze at Pinnacle 365.
For almost 50 years, Bill's Glass has been the clear choice in Southern Oregon for your home, vehicle, or business needs. Locally owned, family run, Bill's Glass supports our schools and communities. And today's game is brought to you in part by Avista Utilities and our friends from Pinnacle 365. Use your Peak Rewards to save on gas, and use the app to order crispy, crunchy chicken and sides on the way home. Have them ready to pick up and go. Pinnacle 365. On the mound now for Crater will be Austin Morgan. Or Morgan Austin. I want to do it the right way, right? Morgan Austin. And I would imagine going over to second base is going to be Johnson. Nope. Snopel goes to second base. And I think Johnson's out. I don't know who's over at third. We'll get it all figured out someday when it becomes important. All right, two away. Bases loaded. That's what's important right now. And at the plate, Rosenthal. The lefty awaits the first pitch from Morgan, or from Austin. And it's ball one. Austin with the next one, fouled away. Ooh. That wasn't my car. North Medford looking for one out. Get it back into the dugout with the lead. Rosenthal takes strike 2. Bloodworth waits on deck. Morgan's 1-2. Outside. 2-2. Strike 3. And the inning is over. Ashland leaves the bases loaded. We go to the bottom of 6, and on the John L. Scott scoreboard, it's Craters 6, Ashland 3. John L. Scott, they have offices in Medford, Ashland, and Eugene. We return for the bottom of 6, 6-3. Crater out on top on the Lithia Superstore game of the day. Powered by Siskiyou Cellular in Southern Oregon on TableRockSports.net. Oakley continues on the mound now for Ashland. Crater's 5-run lead evaporating over the last couple of innings. We'll see what they can get done. Caden Orr will lead things off for Crater. Orr has walked and walked. Came around and scored, though, on one of those walks. There's ball 1. Swing and a miss. And we're 1-1. There's, well, right to Bloodworth, who fumbles it. And standing at first base is Orr. Unfortunately, I don't think he should get credit for a hit. And since there's no official scorer here, except me, I'll give him an error. Strike 1 to Scaparo. Quite honestly, I threatened to bunt, but throw over to first. Nothing going on there. Quite honestly, the Comets wouldn't mind a couple of runs here. That would make it a 5-run lead. That's going to be fouled back. 0-2. He puts it down. Here goes to Oakley. Over to Rosenthal. But that moves Orr over to second base. Snopel was supposed to bat, but he is not. We have
Now batting number 15, Caleb Canfield.
Canfield is batting. He'll swing and miss at number 1. So Orr standing down at second base now with 1 away. Outside. 1-1. Even 1 run would put Crater in position where Ashland would need basically the grand slam. There's strike 2. Need 4 runs just to tie it. A little more comfortable than if they need 3. There's a swing and a miss. 2 away. Austin will step in. He's had a hit. Ground out to the pitcher as he looks at ball 1. Ground out to second base. Trying to get Orr in. And now you have to do it with 2 outs. Strike. One and one. Oakley looking to get Ashland back to the dugout. That one bounces up there, but blocked. No chance for Orr to go anywhere. 2-1. That's popped out of play. Ooh. Whose car was that? We all looked to see. Oh, wasn't mine. It was close, though. Little closer than one would like. There's the next car over. 2-2. Well, there's a fake back, but nothing going on. There's a shot out to right field. That's going to catch that one nicely. And doing the honors there is Trevette. At least I think it was Trevette. We go down to the top of 7, as we do on the John L. Scott scoreboard. 6-3 lead for Crater. John L. Scott with offices in Medford, Ashland, and Eugene.
Game day or a family get-together. Sherm's has the quality products and prices that will make you cheer. Sherm's Thunderbird Market, Medford's original discount grocery store.
Your game day adventures start at Pinnacle 365. Kick off your day with some morning motivation. Then add some crunch to your game day with mouth-watering crispy crunchy chicken, featuring the Chicken Crunch Box, Tender's Crunch Box, and introducing a contender for best chicken sandwich in the West, the Big Cluck. But wait, here's the real MVP move. Download and use the Peak Rewards app and save big on fuel every day with in-store purchases. Fuel your day, fuel your fun. Pinnacle 365.
Whether it's game day or a family get-together, Sherm's has the quality products and prices that will make you cheer. Sherm's Thunderbird Market, Medford's original discount.
Back here at Horn Field for the top of the 7th on the Lithia Superstore game of the day. Powered by Siskiyou Cellular in Southern Oregon on TableRockSports.net. Bloodworth will lead it off. Albano is out there on deck with him, so I'm assuming he's going to bat. And then the third one is Moore. So we'll see what gets done here. Austin out on the mound in relief of Johnson. 6-3 ball game. Crater looking to shut the game down and win both ends of the doubleheader. But that's not gonna do it. Nope, right there to grab that one out there in center field is Keith. There's one away. That looked like maybe that one was headed to get down, but not so much. Albano. He had a walk single thrown out at third base, though, and he grounded out to short. There's strike one to him. Popped up and beyond us, barely. 0-2. This is a precarious position to broadcast from, apparently. Good for the equipment, not too good for anything else, though. Threatened all the time here. That one's upstairs, ball one. Never seen so many balls come right back at you. There's another one popped right back at us. Right there in the stands. We stay at 1-2. And that one's lined right into the center field. Just took that one and kind of golfed it at him. But Albano with a hit. Second hit of the ball game. Brings up Moore. Moore has struck out, had a hit, and a walk. Came around and scored a run off of that walk. Strike one. Things are getting a little dicey here for the Comets. And that one's through into right field. Is that going to get? Oh, it's not going to get Albano out to third base. He certainly thought about it. But Moore comes up with another hit. Now you get first and second. Here's Oakley. He's looking like a bunt already. Austin steps up on the mound. And not going to turn around and bunt. Swinging away. Fouling it back. 0-1. Morgan locates the sign. Comsetti will look to second. That's popped up into the trees. 0-2. 0-2 went right over our head. Dangerous spot here all of a sudden. There's a shot right to third. They'll step on third, fire it over to first. Double play. Ball game over. It's a final here at Anhorn Field. And Crater wins it by a count of 6-3. We'll be right back with the Know Your Role post-game show, which comes your way next. You can visit travelmedford.org. Search Know Your Role to see how this campaign is changing the culture of youth sports for the better. We will do that and take a look at this ball game in just a moment on TableRockSports.net.
I ride the bus a lot. RVTD's UMO app with fare capping means I will never pay more than the daily or monthly cap. RVTD gets me to school, work, volunteering, shopping, and even coffee for a fixed amount each month. UMO gives me one less thing to worry about. Thanks, RVTD.
Bill's Glass covers the full spectrum of your glass needs and dreams. Having new windows installed by Bill's Glass dramatically update and improves the look of your home and helps reduce energy bills year-round. Let Bill's Glass show you what you've been missing. Bill's Glass, the largest glass company in Southern Oregon for your home and auto, as well as the trusted industry leader for over 50 years. Locally owned, family run, Bill's Glass in Ashland, Medford, and Grants Pass.
Welcome back to the Know Your Role post-game show. Let's take a look at how this game unfolded. Crater scored first in the first inning. They put up 4 on the board. Austin led things off with a single in his leadoff position. Morgan then walked, and they had first and second. Bruce hit a single. That scored 1 run. Kendrick got on by means of an error. That scored 2 more runs. And all of a sudden it was a 3-0 ball game. And then Furman hit a single, and it was a 4-0 ball game as Kendrick came in to score on that one. It kind of hung in there at a 4-0 ball game until we got to the third, when Bloodworth managed to get around and score. That was quite a process for them to get that done, but they managed to score the 1 run, did Ashland, when Bloodworth was there, and it was a 4-1 ball game. In the 4th inning, Crater got at it again. They scored a couple more. Orr led things off with a base on ball. Scaparo walked, and they had all of a sudden they had 2 on. I have to remember who did this. Snopel had a sacrifice bunt right back to the pitcher. That advanced everybody. And then when Austin grounded out, that scored 1 run. Actually, it scored 2 runs, 4-6. And so they had 2 runs that scored on that matter. and all of a sudden they had a 6-1 lead, but that didn't hold up very well as Ashland came back in the 5th inning as Nate Schrader led that off with a strikeout, but Roundtree hit a double. There was a sacrifice fly by Rosenthal out to center field, and that got Roundtree out to third base, and Bloodworth was able to knock him in for the second run of the ball game, and it was a 6-2 game. That was in the top of the 5th that happened, and in the top of the 6th, they walked. There was a fly ball right to shortstop. There was a fly ball out to second base. I think I have him in the wrong inning, but we'll see there. But I think I have him in the wrong inning. Let's try this again. More, in the 6th inning it would have been because they didn't score in the 7th. Oakley had a single, and that advanced Moore over to third base when there was a fly out, but they managed to score one on that, and it was a 6-3 ball game at the end. So Crater wins both of them because they won the first one by a count of 1-0 behind tremendous pitching. Trevette only allowed for Ashland. He only allowed 2 hits to Crater, and oh man, don't tell me I'm going to blank out on who the Johnson. Was it Johnson? Let me go back and check. All right, just y'all bear with me 1 minute here because that game took place hours ago. I think it was Johnson that pitched that one, and he only allowed 4 hits to Ashland, but he also threw the shutout. So the really good ball game, the first one, and then Ashland or Crater comes back and wins the second one 6-3. So that moves their record now to 1 game better than Ashland. So that means that, assuming Thurston won its game, and actually even if they didn't, nobody's catching them. At this point, Crater's going to be the number 2 team out of the Midwestern Conference. So kudos to Crater as the playoffs will begin here soon, like Tuesday for 5A, Monday for 6A, and you'll be able to hear all those games on the NFHS network. We'd like to thank Crater High School for hosting tonight's broadcast. We'd like to thank you for watching it. This has been the Lithia Superstore Game of the Night on TableRockSports.net. Our next Table Rock Sports production is going to be in the fall. We're done now, as we will be on the NFHS network, so we'll see you next fall. Again, the final score on the John L. Scott scoreboard. In the first game, Crater 1, Ashland nothing. Second game, Crater 6, Ashland 3. This has been a presentation of Table Rock Sports. The executive producer is Joe Brett. I'm Terry Ross saying thanks for watching. Good night from Ann Horn Field in Central Point, Oregon.